I am 37 weeks pregnant, which means I'm 3 weeks away from my prospective due date. And if any of you women have been pregnant, you know that last month is just kind of miserable. You're just tired and uncomfortable and not getting a lot of sleep. And I'm just getting ready to have this little one. So it's hard to know when she'll come, but I know that we are getting very ready. We've started to prepare everything, trying to make sure everything's in place and ready. I think we have everything ready here at the house, and I've packed my hospital bags, and they're in the car ready to go, as are the kids' bags for overnight at a Papa's house. Baby's head is down in the right position, and I'm already starting to dilate and everything, and so I'm trying to have a plan in the back of my mind at any given moment that if I go into labor, where are we dropping off the kids, and what's our plan? Are we going, straight to the hospital, and how is this working out? Just trying to be prepared. I've been trying to keep up somewhat with the house. It's been very difficult, with 3 kids already, but trying to keep it somewhat clean, and the kids know that. And the other day, I asked the kids to bring their toys back to their room before school, and Trey goes, "Oh, so you can go labor and eat chicken legs?" And I was like, "What? Do you think that's what labor is? That would be great if that's all it is. Get to lay there, relax, and eat whatever food you want." We're all just trying to get prepared and ready here and ready for this big transition in our life. For you women, if you've ever, gone through pregnancy and labor, you know that looking towards that labor experience is kind of a mixed bag of emotions. You're excited about it, but at the same time, you're very anxious, because it's, it's going to involve some pain. It's just kind of that mix, I'm excited, but oh my gosh. One of my really good friends, she just recently had an all-natural home birth, and she shared with me some of her tips for just mental notes to keep in mind when you're in labor to just help encourage you. And I thought they were so good. I asked her if I could share them with you guys, and she said I could. The first one is just keeping in mind, this has an end to it. This will not last forever. This has an end, and I can do this, for this amount of time. Second point is that, your body was made to do this. It's not going against what you were made to do, even though it feels like it, that your body was made to have children, and you can do this. Another point of just kind of mixed emotions for me is as I'm looking forward to, looking ahead to the transition that we'll have as a family of going from 3 to 4 kids, and in under 1,000 square foot home, just trying to, figure out what that's going to look like. And is that going to be positive mostly, or is it going to be hard? And I've just been trying to prepare myself mentally for that. The other night, Dean and I were both very stressed, very tired, and we overreacted with an argument with each other, and we're overreacting with the kids, and just the night ended bad. We were just both way more frustrated than we wished to be. And, we could both see that being in a small space and not being able to escape to separate places and unwind, was part of the stress, part of the issue. And we talked about it the next day and just both came to the conclusion that, if we're going to do this with 4 kids in a small house, we both have really got to learn to breathe when our emotions get worked up and when we get stressed out. We need to realize, okay, these are our circumstances, this is our surroundings, and we need to work with it. We need to be willing to take it down a notch and not get so worked up. And so that's something that we're both really asking for God's grace on and trying to just get better about, so that we can make this work and not be stressed out in our small space once baby number 4 comes. I've had a lot of moms that are new-time moms and just have one little one, or even 2 little ones, say to me, holy cow, I've got my hands full with 2. How do you do it with 3 and almost 4? And I tell them, it's been my experience and the experience of my friends that have had more than that with each baby, you're less, it seems like the workload might go up because you have more than one to take care of, but you're less anxious, I feel like, because you know better what you're doing, your capacity to be a mom and to kind of, get in your groove and know how to parent and how to just do life with kids, that grows. And so even though, your workload gets bigger with another one, so does God's grace and so does your capacity to handle it. And so it's, for me, I feel like, the transition from 0 to 1 kids was just as hard as 2 to 3 was, because I was just less anxious, second and third time, and kind of knew more of what I was doing. So my 3 quick tips of encouragement are, if you're pregnant or just really any time in life, 3 good tips are, for one, take care of yourself. Recognize when you're tired, recognize when you're hungry, and give yourself grace. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you do what you need to do for you, first of all, to be happy and to be rested and to be taken care of, so that you can take care of the other people in your life as well. I had a baby appointment today, and he said my blood pressure was high, which is weird. It's never been high before. And he's like, I know that being home with kids, you have so much you feel like you need to do, but you have to just lay down more and rest. Even if it's just 5 minutes at a time, you've got to make that happen. And so it's like, okay, like it's hard for me to do that. It's hard for me to just relax. But I'm recognizing, for my health, the health of this baby, I've got to take care of myself. That's got to be a priority, even if the house is messy, So just remember that. Take care of yourself. Second tip is stay positive. Whatever it is you have in front of you, whatever transition in life you have coming up, stay positive and just picture it, imagine it going smooth and being blessed, because we already are so blessed. And I feel like if we can just imagine that and see that and walk by faith in that, then the transition into that will be so much more smooth and you will be blessed. And also just stick to your convictions as a mom. If you are convicted, with childbirth, with labor, delivery, to have a all natural home birth, then do it, but if you feel like you want to have a scheduled C-section, then do it. I feel like God chose you to be your child's mom for a reason. And if we let him, he'll lead us and guide us in that each step of the way for what is best for our own kids. So I would just say stick to your gut. Whatever you feel is best, go for it, because everyone's going to have an opinion. But I think that we all have different convictions and different personalities and ways that we're made and ways that we want to do things, and that is completely fine. So just go with that. My last tip is plan ahead, especially when it comes to being about to have a baby. There's that saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I love that saying because it's very true. Not just planning ahead with getting stuff ready at the home for the baby, but also having your hospital bags packed and having a plan in mind for any given moment of, if you go into labor, what's your game plan? What are you going to do? Because that'll just help cut out a lot of anxiety, just having a plan. And that's good just for everyday life, just having a plan set in mind at the beginning of your day so you know what you're doing. It'll help you be more productive and have a better attitude in it and just have less anxiety. And just enjoy the process, enjoy as hard as it can be at times. enjoy the process of childbirth and enjoy just the experience. You know, it's something you only get once or twice or three or however many times in a lifetime. If you are blessed to have that experience. So enjoy it. You know, try not to be too anxious or fearful, but just go with the flow and do your best to enjoy it as much as you can. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little update. I'll be sharing more about my birth story after it happens and more about VBACs in general. And we would just love if you guys would subscribe and follow us on our journey to bliss and comment below. I would love to hear your birth story, anything that you know, are up for sharing as far as your experience with it. If you've had a VBAC, if you had a C-section, if you had all natural, I would just love to hear and get a little thing going in the comments below for recommendations you guys have, any questions you have for me. Just let us know. We'd love to hear from you, and we will see you guys in the next video.